Hey friends, Jessica here from Northern California, and if you are new to my channel, I am here documenting my breast cancer journey. I was diagnosed with stage 3B breast cancer in November of 2022. I had a radical mastectomy of the left side where they removed 36 lymph nodes, 12 were positive. I went through chemotherapy for 5 months where I unfortunately lost all of my hair and gained 40 pounds due to the fabulous side effects of steroids. My video today is to focus on the side effects of chemotherapy, so mainly the hair loss and how it affected my children. When I was diagnosed, my kids were ages 6 and 3. My oldest was in first grade. And at that time, they once a month did coffee with the principal, where you could go visit the office, kind of hear what was going on at the school, and then had a few minutes to go and visit the classroom and see what was up and new in the classroom. So at the time it was cold, it was February, and I had a beanie on and I went to the classroom. Of course, the heater was on. I had a hot flash. I removed my beanie and my son kind of freaked out. And the rest of the kids in his class were staring at me like, oh my gosh, his mom has no hair. So I feel like that had a major effect on my older son. My younger one was still in daycare. He was only 3, and I don't think that he remembers as much of everything that happened as my older one. So as time has gone on, we have noticed some anger and behavioral issues with my older son. And so I seeked out and got him into therapy. We were able to start therapy in December of 2024. So just a couple of months ago, and we just finished therapy a couple of weeks ago. So he had about 6 months of therapy once a week for an hour. Therapy has made a huge difference for my son. When we started therapy, he was very angry and aggressive. His thoughts and his emotional verbiage that he would use was like angry, mad, bad, sad. He didn't understand all of the different emotions. And if you're angry, why are you angry? Or if you're sad, what made you sad? So throughout therapy, the therapist that we saw was amazing. He was not your typical therapist. He really made my son think about what happened, brought him back to the moments that really scared him, to make him realize that we went through those issues and we have come past those issues. So now mom is back to being mom. I am not sick anymore. We don't have to worry about mommy going through treatments anymore. And at the end of therapy, with all of the information that the therapist gathered and everything, he was able to write a story for my son, showing him how courageous he was through everything that we went through. And the story was called, my son's name, The Lion Cub, Courageous and Cancer, because it really wanted to associate how courageous he was the entire time dealing with everything that he went through with me. And it was really cool because he incorporated baseball, which my son is a baseball fanatic. We have been playing baseball for many years now with him. And it talks about how, mom loses her lion's mane and how maybe it scared the cub, but the mama was still always the mama. And one of my appointments to get my drains removed after my mastectomy, my son actually did need to go with me because he was sick at school. And I had to get the drain out, and he sat there head to the wall, so he didn't see anything, but held my hand the entire time. So really emphasized on courage and everything positive that happened through the experience. I let my kids both know that if I had not been diagnosed with breast cancer and I was still working full time, a lot of the activities that we do, they would not be able to do. My youngest son is in karate, which starts at 2:30 in the afternoon, and not many parents can do that. Most of the kids in his class, karate class, are homeschooled kids because the hours, I don't know what parent can get to. My older one is in baseball, like I said, and he has practice that starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, not many parents can get to that. So I feel very blessed in my journey that I am able to be home with the kids and do the things that really make them happy and focus on them. So I don't know if you guys maybe need therapy for yourself. I did look into therapy at the time I was diagnosed. It was still during COVID, and so the therapy was only via Zoom, which I personally did not feel that Zoom was going to be a positive effect for me. The therapy that I have gotten out of everything is making these YouTube videos for you guys to hopefully help someone share my journey. If something I'm doing can help one person, then that is my goal through all of the videos that I make. Therapy for your kids. If you have young kids and you're going through this, it may not be the worst idea to look into therapy for them, only because sometimes they can tell more to someone who isn't in a family, who isn't going through the day in and day out of what your guys are going through. The therapist really helped my older son, and we have seen a huge change in his behavior, in his emotions. He is a lot more stable in his feelings. So a huge shout out to our therapist. We are so blessed to have met you. You have changed our family in a more positive way, and we are just so thankful. So friends, that's kind of my spiel for today. Cancer is not only scary for you, but for the whole family and your kids, everyone that's involved in your daily, day in and day out routine. I am patiently waiting, kind of like a update for the next video. I had an MRI chest, they call it a breast MRI, but I don't have breasts anymore. But because of the pins and clips they put in after the mastectomy, I had an MRI on Thursday, and the results still are not up. I did see my oncologist yesterday, and she tried to log in, and those were not up yet. So once I get those results, I will definitely be making a video updating you guys on what is going on. And obviously, unfortunately, I'm still waiting for a surgical date to have the rest of the flaps, my dolphin fins, removed. So friends, I hope you are doing well. I will make sure to check in soon, and I hope you have a beautiful day and a fabulous Memorial Day weekend. Thank you to all of our service members. Have a great one. Bye, friends.